Ross, not only a new contract, but a potential extension of a year. That's a real statement of intent, both from the club to you and from you to the club.
Yeah, well, I think having spoke to the owner and the manager recently, I think there's going to be a change in the club in the summer. You can already see it already. The last maybe 4 or 5 games, if you take away the Blackburn game, that the manager's starting to mould a style of play into us, and all the lads are sort of pulling in the same direction, which maybe hasn't been the case for a while since I've been at the club. I think in the summer there's a lot of work to do, but I think going on the back of the last 4 or 5 games, as I say, minus the Blackburn game where we were poor, it's going to be interesting.
Wins breed confidence, obviously, but Blackburn game aside, there have been some really good performances out there. Is that what creates that kind of that spirit of camaraderie and togetherness, seeing changes that are happening because of the way that you're training? Yeah,
I think the only thing that we want to do now is remain consistent. I think in the past when we've had a good performance, maybe we got carried away a little bit. We thought we could just turn up and win games and what have you, but now we know, and we need to learn fast that nothing gets given to you in this league, and if we can remain consistent towards the end of the season, sort of pull our way up the table a little bit, then that'll send us into the summer in good shape.
Tell me a little bit about the coach and the coach's style. He's very he doesn't give anything away, certainly not to the press, but I see you working really, really hard out there on the training pitch, and he's very much involved in that.
Yeah, the intensity of training has definitely gone up since he's come in. There seems to be more of a method to what he's doing. He knows what's going to, he knows how to tailor sessions, whether it be if some of the boys who ain't been playing need a little bit extra, they'll do that, but they'll do it in a way where they'll get benefit out of it. They're not just running up and down the pitch for minutes on end doing fitness work, but it's all to do with the ball and little small sided games, possession and things like that are going to benefit you. But I think he's you probably don't see the side to him where he's actually pretty funny and pretty witty and stuff in his meetings, so the lads definitely are on side with him, and I think you can see that. And going back to the last few performances, you can definitely see that the lads are right behind them.
You've made it very clear in the past that you have an ambition to play in the Premier League. You've made a commitment to Fulham, so that has convinced you that Fulham will get back into the Premier League.
Yeah, well, listen, I think the past 18 months anyway have not really been acceptable for a club like Fulham, who have been in the Premier League for so long, not to even be mounting any sort of challenge to get there. I think as a footballer, for me personally, if I'm not playing in the Premier League, then I want to be in a position where you're fighting to get to the Premier League. And I think given all the chats and stuff I've had with the owner and certainly the manager and even the boys in the dressing room, everyone's as one, and they're desperate to be in a position to do that.
18 goals so far this season, 19 goals last season. What kind of target have you set yourself? Where do you see this season finishing? One for the football club in terms of league position, but two for you and your own targets.
Well, I'm glad you said that. I think the most important thing is the club staying in division. I think our quality's starting to show through now. On our day we can beat anyone in this league, and we've shown against Hull and against Derby and teams like that we can give them a game, and I'm sure on Saturday as well we'll show Middlesbrough that we're every bit hopefully as good as them.
And for you personally, your target?
Personally for me, I never, I said when I signed here as well, I never put any pressure on myself to go and score goals or create goals or anything, so I haven't really got a target. But once you get to that level where you've scored a few and you're only 2 behind Andre Gray, the ambition for me now is definitely to go and finish as top scorer. Whether I can do that or not, remains to be seen, but I'm definitely confident.
You had a go at me because you said I didn't put all your goals in the programme one week, so I know they're important to you.
Yeah, I'm counting. But like I say, there's no targets, but now that I'm up there amongst the leaders, I want to be at the top as I was at Leeds.
Well, we wish you luck for the remainder of the season,
Thank
and
you.
congratulations on your contract.
Cheers, thank you.
And now you can smile.